Second down here as they go back to work after the break. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
And sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw at Simpson. He'll take a deep shot here. Nice hands on the right sideline as he has it for a huge gain.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. He's not afraid to go deep. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. A quick timeout called by the kicking team here. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He's going to bring it out from deep. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive.
Off he goes. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Tigers.
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
Lining up to add another. Back to throw. It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
Shakes off the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Matt, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Palmer. These two teams are ballers.
And this is a game, too, David, that everybody circles on the calendar at the start of the season. We all know that conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications are on the line. And the intensity level in this game, it's simply unmatched in college football. Back
to the ground game on the left. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. They'll try to snap it quickly. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Offense, quick tempo. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack, all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number 1, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground is a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Simpson. They're trying to get to him. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic guys that get after the quarterback. LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense set on 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Well, you wonder if the defense has started to figure it out finally here. In the first half, this guy has been absolutely lighting you up, and finally they get some bodies back there anticipating the QB to look his way to force an incompletion.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he'll be brought down. LSU quick to the line. Through the air, it's Nussmeier. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's caught inside the 20. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Got it set up on the outside. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They're trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
He's looking to throw. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. The aerial assault continues. That pass is incomplete.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Wants to go up. Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the two-point conversion. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes that Alabama offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break. He'll take the deep shot. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Here comes the two-point try. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. UCLA is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Southern California for some time. They're up 14 over Fresno State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able... the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum.
Looking deep. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown Tide! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Stands in and takes the hit. He's got it on the right. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Coming after it. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away.
Number 98, set to kick off.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Will run the offense out onto the field. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get
some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. A little screen to the running back. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Here comes the offense on second down. He'll just keep slinging it. Pulls it in. It's Durham. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
Little touch pass to the receiver.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And defenses are terrified of giving up that big play. I like the offense taking a shot down the field, showing the defense, like, listen, hey, you're going to have to guard this. You better start being worried about the deep ball. Now maybe I can take some shots underneath, and it might loosen that secondary up a bit.
Got him downfield. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, LSU! And that one will give him the lead. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick this one away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Smashes through. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. First down.
Makes the grab. It's Young. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Alabama pushing the tempo. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to score points in this new age era.
You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
To throw, it's Simpson. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Looking for space, it's Haynes. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Might as well stick with him. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And that was a nice second down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Wanting to move the chains, here comes Alabama on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's caught! Touchdown, Bama!
In the end zone.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2.
Let's go! Squirrel! Squirrel! Gorilla! Gorilla!
Back to pass, it's Simpson. He's in there. 2-point conversion is good and pushes the lead to 5. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration in front.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On second down, he'll let it fly. Finds the tight end. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. The score, Alabama 32, LSU 27.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Trying to run, it's Durham. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense has a 2nd down play. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Finds his man down the middle. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Get you some of that. And with that completion, now he's over 400 yards on the day. That's a really, really good game for this quarterback. He's been almost flawless.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Touchdown, Tigers! They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown and, more importantly, take the lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
Timeout, LSU.
Up by 1, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. Motion from the offense. Oh, look out, the ball's free. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
That's a decision I think the head coach is going to be questioned about after this football game, because you could have just tied the game easily with an extra point kick. You went for the lead. You come up short. Do you have time? Can your defense get you the ball back to give you an opportunity to win this one?
Still on his feet. He's got great speed. Got a little room. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Alabama. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking it out of the end zone, making a huge play.
Makes the catch. The 2-point conversion is good.
And that's tough to defend, right? You're going 5 wide, spreading us out across the field. These windows become a little bit bigger when you do that, and they were able to convert, and as a result, they walk away with 8 points on the drive.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. The offense likely to lean on the run to milk this clock. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Catch in the middle, it's Young. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Alabama quickly back to the line. Quarterback checking off. 4th down, gotta have it here. Complete out of the backfield. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. A new set of downs after the completion. Running back searching for a hole. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Gets rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And it's right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further. The last thing you want to do here is give up a big return, pin them back, and then the defense can just stop them from scoring a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback
makes the grab on the left side. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Off play action on 1st down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Just under 40 seconds to go, and it's going to come down to whether they can get this onside kick to have a shot. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Good, solid tackle. Defense will use a timeout. 22 seconds remaining in the game. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. To the air, it's Simpson. He's right on target. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. Alabama pushing the tempo. The give to the lone running back.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you've got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Got a man. It's Young. And that is how we will wrap this one up. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look up